Kid E in Reykjanes, Iceland. I hope I pronounced that right. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. I really hope I pronounced that right. But call me Mo Better, because I'm going to have you seeing Mo Better, looking Mo Better, and I'm going to show everyone else how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut the new Transitions Generation 8 gray lenses with Crizal Sapphire for your RayBan 2132 new Wayfarer color 622, the matte black rubber, and the 55 eye size. Let me take everything out of the original packaging as it comes to me. The Italian leather fold over case, your RayBan cleaning cloth and junk mail. Don't worry, it comes that junk mail comes in about 25 languages, so I'm sure your language will be in there, although he does speak English, fortunately for me. The black rubber and the matte black rubber is the only frame that comes inside of a little plastic sleeve, sanitized for your protection. It also comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together while it is being shipped from Italy. And I'm going to put that on there when I ship to Iceland. I put them on there when I ship to any country starting with I, or any other letter for that matter. But again, this is the RayBan 2132 new Wayfarer, color 622, the matte black rubber, 55 eye size, 18 bridge, 145 temple link. This is the classic. It comes with the G15 heavy glass lenses, which I will take out of there and install lightweight unbreakable lenses for you to wear. So let me pop these out. Yes, that is glass. I want to clean the inside of the frame. They had a little bit of glue residue to hold the glass lenses in. Let me do that. I'm going to put the frame into the tracing element of my blocker, program this shape into the computer, your secret agent 2048. So years from now, should you ever need new lenses, I can mail them right to your home. You won't need to mail the frame back to me. Although honestly, I cut my teeth on this frame, meaning that I've worked on this frame more than any other frame. I got the same one, matte black rubber, sitting right here in the 55 eye size, so I really don't need a barcode, but I'm doing it anyway. Little stylus is going to pop up, go around and trace the inside bevel of the right lens before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy any genuine, authentic RayBan frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses and non-prescription fashion lenses. Or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they're prescription or not. So that is the shape I'll be cutting, only magnified. Put that on there. See, you don't believe me? Let me magnify it while I'm working on it. So, I like doing that. Can you tell that's glass? So, let's go ahead and get your lenses prepped. Your right eye reads plus 75, minus 75. At 165, I'm throwing an extra 5 in there, just play it safe. No, where is it? Nope, Plano, plus 75, minus 75 at 165. Let me turn the axis wheel on my trusty and dusty Marco 101 lensometer. By the way, just went to a convention in Las Vegas over the weekend to meet with all the frame companies and lens companies and equipment. And I met with Marco, tempted to go buy a new one of these. Shh, hang on, let me cover this up so people doesn't hear me talking about it. I still love you, I do. Okay, so plus 75, minus 75. Put everything on 0. Make sure it's zeroed out. Put the power drum on plus 75. Take the lens out of the protective sleeve. It comes with a little laminate on the front of the lens to protect the lens so nothing rubs on it during shipping. Even though that comes in a box, but they just always do that. Put it here with my other collection of all these that I've gotten. That's just for the last few months. That's not all of them. Eventually I do quit hoarding and I throw them. Actually, I recycle them down there. So, where are we at? Who knows? Let's just make some glasses. So I'm going to put the lens in there, rotate it to the spherical portion of the prescription comes into view first. That's the plus 75. Check your astigmatism correction. Actually, your plano, so no matter what I do to move it, it stays in the center. Get everything lined up. I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses. Ooh, those turned out good. I just put new ink in there. This is the right lens. In fact, let me mark that on there since These are the Airwear Transitions Generation 8 gray lenses with Crizal Sapphire, and plus 75, minus 75, and this is the right lens. I write on here so that you know that you'll get these in your package to know you're getting the authentic lenses. These are, well, I'll get back to that later. So left lens, Plano, minus 75 at 005. It's only Andrew Dice Clay. So, pull the lens out of the protective sleeve, take that off. I don't need that anymore. Put the power drum on 0, Plano, no power. Rotate it till that comes into view. I can move your astigmatism correction here, which is minus 75. Let me check that. Minus 75. Put 3 dots on the lenses. Mark this one L. L is simply just Latin for not right. You guys believe that, right? Okay, so get over there, flashlight. Plano, minus 75. Highlight that up there. And this is the left lens. And if you guys missed any of that, say it with me. Let me recap. You know, I don't care if y'all don't laugh. I'm going to laugh at that. I think that's funny. I don't care who you are. So, this is a block, or as I like to call it, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. This is what's going to hold it in place in the edger, in the lathe. So I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers here. Pull that away. The black side is the sticky side. Line that up on the magnet. Let's do the same thing. Put that on the platform. Do the same thing now for the second one, which will be the first one. On the back, that silver button is a magnet. That's going to do its job twice. The first time, after I pull the paper away to make the black side sticky, it's going to line up with another magnet there in the arm to hold it in place. I have to enter your pupillary distance, which is 33 for the right eye, 33 for the left. So we're going to start with 33. I want to raise the optical center height up to 23. Let me put that on there. I'm going to go 2.5 above the center and cut it at 23 millimeters. And get everything lined up. I want to check one thing. Oh yeah, the lens is large enough. Always like to check. But the reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. The blue cross is the geometric center of the frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. The orange crosshairs, hopefully the GoPro camera will pick that up. Make sure everything is lined up exactly where it should be. Hit that button, the block comes down and the arm comes down, places the block onto the right lens. We'll do the same thing now for the left lens. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line that up there. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. Check to make sure the lens is large enough. I want to do one more thing, because you have the same power all over. Yeah, it's about the same. All right, I'm going to rotate it. Rotate power commence. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. And hit that button, the arm comes down, places the block onto the left lens. Now we will come down here to the edger. This is known as the edger. This is a finishing lab, if you will. Someone grinds the power, generates the power into the lens, and then I do that's called surfacing. And then I do the edging where I cut it down to fit into the frame. But this is you're getting Essilor lenses. You're getting cut by an Essilor machine. This is the Nexia edger. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, put it on your own iceberg, and then you can cut your own lenses at home in Iceland. And you won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs and the bad jokes to do it for you. But the actual cutting wheel is this heavy grit wheel on the diamond crusted wheel that's going to act like a heavy grit sandpaper to grind away the lens material. This wheel in the center that has the channel, the valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. We're going to go ahead and wake it up. Job ID number 2048. 2048. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select that material, but we're going to stay with that. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen. I'm only going to put a very light safety bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens. In advance, I want to go about 1/4 of a millimeter smaller than normal, because I know from experience the bevel is deep on the 55 eye size. The 52 millimeter, it cuts perfectly every time. The 55, I've got to take it down some. So, come down here, press the block onto the lens even more so. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck. Or by now, you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. Alright, if you can think of a funnier joke, write it down on a $100 bill and mail it to me, and I will say it on the air. You don't even, and give you credit. You don't even have to include your name. I'll recognize your handwriting. Don't worry, I'll give you credit. Just mail me a $100 bill. We'll see what happens. I'm going to hit the green start button. The door closes, the door that should have been cleaned before this video, but oh well. And the lens is going to be traced by 2 wide styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. You can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the right lens. And then measuring twice, cutting once, is measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel for the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you will have none, Kid E. With this frame in your prescription, you're not going to have any edge thickness anyway. So, the light you see flickering in the background is actually water that's there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex lenses cut wet, meaning the water sprays onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now, polycarbonate lenses cut dry, but water will spray onto the lens for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you see beginning to form on the edge of the lens. Did you see that? Did you see that? But your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Essilor calls polycarbonate airwear because they feel it's as light as air. You have the T Gen 8, which stands for Transitions Generation 8 Gray. Of course, you don't have to worry about the initials. You see the Transition Signature Generation 8. Crizal Sapphire 360 UV. So polycarbonate lenses are 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses. They also have 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. It also has 30 to 40% blue light protection built into the lens as well. And starting tomorrow, all lenses will be radioactive free and mercury free. You should have waited one more. Hey, someone had to get the last pair of radioactive lenses. Why not Kid E in Iceland? Might help melt the place down, get some nice warm tropical summers there, and winters. You might like that. Start growing palm trees there. But no, Kid E wanted me to give a shout out to his pops, who is using over-the-counter reading glasses from the pharmacy. And I say, hey, if it works, keep doing it. That's the cheap alternative. When the cheap over-the-counters don't work anymore, then come get your glasses from me. Or if you want to get something stylish. I literally mailed this frame out today in the 58 eye size, the 2132F, which has a wider fit bridge, Asian fit, ethnic fit, whatever they want to call it, for someone who got these as reading glasses down in Florida. So today I'm shipping to Florida and Iceland. I'm in good company. I wish I could deliver these to Iceland. It's on my bucket list of places to go to. I want to go so bad. One of these days I'm going to make it there and see the Aurora Borealis, also known as Northern Lights. And I think in Dutch that's pronounced Nedervliet. I can't remember since the last time I was there. But dry everything off, run my thumbnail around the edge of the lenses. Pop that in at the outside corner, push down with my thumb to the nose. It snaps in there perfectly. That's why. So I'm going to put on here that I went 0.25 minus 0.25. Let's do the same thing for the left. Flip that over to L. Place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or today I'm going to call it the Kid E. Hit the start button. Just like before, the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced again by the same 2 white styluses to make sure it's large enough to fit into the left side of the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the left side. And just like before, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. And Kid E, look at that. No edge thickness whatsoever with your prescription in this frame. That's why I use the thinner, lighter weight, unbreakable lenses, which happen to still be radioactive. But yeah, you can't. With the pros come the cons. So, Throw that back in there. Take the sticker off, add to my sticker collection. You guys like this? This is the Iceland flag I had made into a pair of glasses. Yeah, you believe that, right? Okay, that is the Icelandic flag. The PD, a little bit smeared. Let's just see. Let's see something. Nah, we're good to go. I can still use that. Come back down here to the lensometer. Rotate it back to 165. Put it in. Read the power, and I am getting... Move my camera around. There's my flashlight. Plus 75. One tick mark away from 1, going away from 0. 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. That's because you are farsighted and you need 3 steps of magnification to be able to see far away better, or nearsighted correction. Everything is in quarter increments. The unit of measurement, I digress, is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, and goes up in quarter increments starting at 0, which also, by the way, goes as the unit of measurement known as Plano, which is also a city in Texas, but today it will use as an optical measurement system, mathematical system. But so you have plus 75. Now you have, that's 3 steps of correction. You're on the 3rd rung of the ladder. Now, once everything is magnified correctly, you have 3 steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike with the letters P and F. So we're going to check. You have 2 curves. A spherical curve and astigmatic curve 90 degrees away. So, and it's how we line up those 2 curves to make everything nice and crisp. That's at the 165th meridian. So, believe it or not, 90 degrees away from that 75 degrees, you have no power. So, 165 this way, 75 that way. Am I making sense? Because I'm confusing myself. And then when I check the second curve, 0 power. That's because if you had 75 cents or 0.75 euro, whatever you use in Iceland, and someone borrowed 0.75 euro from you, you'd be broke. You'd be at Plano. That's where we're at. So you have the same, you only need the magnification in your right eye. You need no magnification or minification in your left, with the same amount of astigmatism correction at the 5th meridian at 005. Now, you would think that 5 and 165 are very apart, but no. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. For your right eye, we're going to turn it all the way to 165, which is 15 degrees away from the 180 meridian. Your left eye is 5 degrees away from the 180 meridian. So really, they're only 10 degrees apart. Excuse me. I got a little cough. I've been eating lutefisk. Carbonated, marinated, what is it? Some North Atlantic whitefish. I can't remember what it is, but man, I hear it as an acquired taste. Take the lens out, pop it in the outside corner first, push down with my thumbs, it snaps right in. Take the block off, dry that off, throw it back in the pond, add that to my sticker collection. Which one was it? Which one was it? Were you paying attention? I think it was that one. So, come back down here, put it in over the black dot, the optical center, the fitting height, the position of wear. Turn the axis to 005. You're almost 007. You were 2 before 007. Read the power, and actually I don't have to move anything. I'm still on 0 Plano. Check the power, and we're at minus 75 in the red. Starting at 0 and going more minus, we end up there. Pupillary distance of 33 for the right eye, 33 for the left eye, 33 for the center eye, the 3rd eye, which gives you a total of 99. No, 66 PD. Turn the card around. Well, actually, hang on. How am I doing this? It's been so long since I've done a video, I forgot. So I'm going to place the PD stick against my thumb on the right lens. When we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 66 millimeters. That is cut perfectly. Optical center height of 23. Rotate it this way. From this black dot to the middle of the bottom of the frame, not the bottom of the lens, we're getting 23 millimeters. 23 millimeters. Man, the kit is good. Good enough to one day go to Iceland. So this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, and I want to do something differently. I'm going to take them out of your frame to clean them, because the Crizal Sapphire has a powder coating on it, so it does not slip in the Chuck or Kid E, and I want to clean that thoroughly. It's a little bit harder to get at the edge of the lens, so that's why I'm taking it out. By the way, the Crizal anti-glare takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings onto your lens. And because of the time and the expense, because your lens has to be cleaned in between, in an acid bath in between coatings. So because of that time and expense, Crizal put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there. Protect your time and investment. But what I was reaching for, you get a Crizal cloth. I didn't have that with that. Let me throw that there. You get one. But they also put a powder coating on there so it doesn't slip. This is a hydrophobic coating, meaning that water will bead right off of it, or ice and sleet or anything else that falls on your lenses. So I just want to clean that off very thoroughly. But the Crizal Sapphire has a bluish hue, hence the term Sapphire. Most anti-glare coatings have a greenish purple coating. And this is the clearest of all the Crizal coatings. The best cosmetic look possible. Hang on, I see you down in there. I'm cleaning you out of the frame. Cleaning you out. Tuck that in, press down. I'm going to use your cleaning cloth to clean my fingerprints off, so you can't turn me into the FBI and collect that big reward. By the way, I send out a selfie request in every package. Kid E, please hook me up with a picture of Iceland. I'm trying to collect an international clientele base. I would love to have a picture of these clear and then dark when you go outside. Now, I had to Google it. Reykjanesbauer is in southwestern Iceland, or as they say there, southwestern. I think that's how they pronounce it there. So it's in the southwest, where west is a 2-syllable word. But I would love to have a picture from the coastline if possible. You're just southwest of Reykjavik. I'm going to get there one day, but I send out a selfie request. I also send out cleaning instructions, not only for your frame and lenses, so they will last you for years, but also for the Crizal cleaning cloth that I provide, the RayBan cleaning cloth that comes in the case, which you're not going to like. These are so much better. And then your favorite one's going to be my thicker, premium, heavyweight, heavy-duty microfiber cleaning cloth with instructions on how to care for all those, so they will last you for years. No other seller does that on the internet, I am told. So this is what your lenses look like clear. I'm going to go ahead and activate them. Oh, first, let me get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. By the way, when you get these in the mail, and normally there's free shipping anywhere in the US, this is going to Iceland. So what I do for international shipping, I charge $35 up front, because the price seems to vary from day to day no matter what country I mail to. So I charge $35 up front, whatever the shipping charges are, and it will be on the mailing label, so you will know, I will know when I print it off. So let's just say this was $21 to mail to Iceland. I charge $35. I will refund $14 back to your PayPal account, or they give me a price for expedited shipping. I will tell you, okay, I can ship it for $35 a little faster, or if you want to save $14, I will ship it the traditional method. I will give you the option when I print out the label, when I find out. So, but this is what they, I got to get these in standard alignment. When you get these in the mail, there's a small chance, I got to take the recycling out tonight when I get home. But when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm no different. I'll show you in just a moment. I'm part of that 80%. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. Because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments. So just stop by your local place where you had your exam and they'll adjust it for you. It only takes about 30 to 45 seconds to adjust a pair of glasses perfectly. But again, set them down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, when I take off my 2132 new Wayfarers, color 6052, the blue crystal, because I'm always wearing a blue shirt with a print, so I gotta be matching. I just gotta be. But I put mine on the counter. Mine wobble on the counter because I have one ear that's higher than the other. Or do I have one ear that's lower than the other? Currently, there's a big university studies trying to figure out, do I have one ear that's higher or one ear that's lower? Nobody really knows at this point. Nobody really cares at this point. Let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing. Flip these over, press down, there is no wobble. Close each temple, so to check that they overlap perfectly, that neither one is askew. Now, by the way, for historical purposes, this frame is what got me started selling online. Not this particular one, not Kid E's, but the 2132 new Wayfaring color 901, the classic shiny black, because of its popularity. Ever since the black rubber came out, very rarely do I sell a black frame. Having said that, I shipped one today to Florida. But other than that, but this frame is so easy to cut for, particularly the 52 eye size that I wear, and they just came out with a 58 eye size, which is what I shipped today. But this frame, based on its popularity, because it's been out there, I started selling lenses for this frame. Then I started selling the frame, wondering if people would buy glasses online. You know, this was how naive I was when I got started. But this frame can be found in any store, in any city all over the world, so I figured people could go in, try it on, make sure they like it, and then order from me. I had no idea that everyone would want to buy all sorts of Ray-Bans from me, all sorts of Polos, Versace's, Oakley, Crizal, Silhouettes. I can do them all, and many more brands, but this is it. This frame is the reason I have the website. This frame is the reason I have a YouTube channel. This is what started it all. That's why I say I cut my teeth on this, because I did so many of these before branching out. And I went to a convention this weekend. I'm going to start branding my own frames. They're going to look a lot like this. It's not going to be counterfeit, because it's not going to say RayBan on the side. I'm doing it for fraternities and sororities and colleges, and I'm coming out with a line of Christian eyewear that will have a cross on the side. I'm coming out with my wife said, if you can put a cross on the side, can you put a pink ribbon for breast cancer awareness? And I said, sure. I found out there all the other colors of cancer ribbons as well I'm going to put on the side of the frame. I may have to do it here where it's at its thickest point, but we're going to find out. We're going to see. Now, this is the only part of a frame that can be trademarked. So, and I've been told you have to change the angle of the temple by ½ a degree. So I'll do that, but I'm going to have my logo. The temple will be shaped just at the angle, panoscopic tilt, which means it's going to be just ever so slightly different so as to not be counterfeited. But again, this is such a comfortable frame. It is deceptively comfortable, incredibly durable. I've had people who step on frames, sit on them all the time, and this always comes back. It never needs an adjustment. It is, if you're thinking about getting a frame, this is it. And the matte black, the nice thing about the matte black is it doesn't show fingerprints, body oil, sweat, anything like that. That's why I barely sell the 901 classic shiny black. In person, if you have a chance to try them on, you'll just see that this is so much of a nicer finish than the shiny. Nothing against the shiny. It got me online. It got me selling glasses. It gave me a YouTube channel. It brought me to everyone who's watching now. But they've updated this frame, and this black rubber is my best-selling color. There used to be a blue rubber, which was my favorite, but they discontinued it. And so now I wear the blue crystal in color 6052. But enough of that. Let me go ahead and activate these, which means I'm going to turn them dark. I'm going to expose them to one strong burst of UV light in my little Transitions adaptive lenses box. Now, what you've seen me in before, I hit the button multiple times to make them dark. I'm only going to do it once for the Transitions Generation 8, so you can see how dark they get from a quick burst and how fast they turn back to light. So I'm going to turn that on. As you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken. It takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now, this is important. Pay attention, Kid E and everyone else. All transition lenses will get dark on day one and continue to darken every day for the first couple weeks they're exposed to the sun. After that, they will work for years at maximum performance. The only time they won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs all the sun's harmful ultraviolet light that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day. And that's why they don't turn dark in a car. Now, if you have a convertible or a motorcycle or a snowmobile, yes, they will darken. Now, the other thing with transitions is that they will get darker in hotter weather. So they'll get darker when it's, correction, check that. Microphone check 1 2. What is this? They will get darker when it's below 85 than they will when it's above 95. Not a problem in Iceland, but anyone in hotter climates, you have to consider that. So they will get, but I remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, when it's 32 degrees Celsius, no, wait, that's not right. No, 32, okay, I didn't know I mathed wrong. So 0 is 32 degrees. 100 is boiling. So I don't know what temperature 100 degrees is. Someone pull out a Celsius calculator and enter that in the comments. What is Celsius for 100 degrees Fahrenheit? But when it's 100 degrees outside Fahrenheit, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees. It all works better when it cools off. Having said that, in Iceland, these are going to get super dark. Kid E, these are going to be darker than the original glass lenses. But again, you see how fast it's turning back to clear. That is the amazing thing of the Transitions Generation 8 lenses, how fast they turn back to clear. So much faster than the Generation 7. Again, these have 30 to 40% blue light protection, and tomorrow they will no longer contain mercury or be radioactive. But I'm sorry, I'm just silly. I'm silly. These are not radioactive. At least one of the lenses is not. I'm not going to say which one is radioactive. I'll let you guess. So they're also sodium free. These are great on the keto diet. They're carb free, sugar free, anything else free. Free prescription lenses when you buy the frames. They're that free. But yeah, this frame sells for $150. The Transitions Generation 8 lenses have jumped in price from $79.99 to $99.99. Big price jump. They cost more because they do more. The Crizal Sapphire is $139.99 for a total of $389.98, tax-free, with free shipping anywhere in the U.S. Of course, I explained the international shipping earlier. I need to put that in my frequently asked questions on the website. But look how it's already turned back to clear. So that is amazing. Of course, you're going to get the packets to know you are getting the Transition Signature Generation 8 gray lenses with Crizal Sapphire. So again, Kid E. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. If you've liked what you've seen, please like the video and subscribe to my channel and click the bell next to the subscribe button so you can get notification on future videos. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. On Twitter as freerxlenses. You can also leave if you need to email me, just go to the website and click the contact me button. You can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below, and I promise to answer everyone's comments within the calendar year. So that's it, Kid E, and I'm going to try this again. Reykjanesbauer, Iceland. Thank you so much for the purchase of the RayBan 2132 new Wayfarer color 622, the matte black rubber in the 55 eye size with the Transitions Generation 8 gray lenses with Crizal Sapphire. And now everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.